It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium. Set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He dumps it to Ekeler underneath. That one a first down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And the Bengals grab it. They'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. After all of the turnover woes that they had last week, another turnover on the first drive of the game.
And when you dive into the analytics of football, it's real simple. If you're down in turnover margin, you're not going to win very many football games. The best teams always rank in the upper part of the league in terms of turnover margin.
Then last week's number for them was 5 turnovers. And as you saw, another one there. Good solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running on first down, Ekeler. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Ekeler, the ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
It's picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and
3
now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
To Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Chargers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
6-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Going on the ground with Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know where they're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3rd and 6.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Intended for Austin.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. On the screen, this is Eckler. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Herbert just beat the play clock. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
That's into the arms of Allen. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Chargers nothing.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a first carry for their fullback. And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He doesn't get many opportunities to carry it, so he's got to maximize. In this case, after dropping it like that, I think his number is going to go way down. What do you think?
Yeah, and sometimes those fullbacks, let's just be frank, they usually don't have the hands that the running back does.
And it's hard for them because they do so much blocking that a lot of times their hands actually get beat up in the process, and it's hard for them to hold on to the football.
So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Joe Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
The gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the 50, here's Herbert. For the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 22.
28-yard line.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Herbert. This will be caught at the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there. So I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Antonio Gandy Golden, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Bengals 7.
team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Herbert now. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp, who was a tight end. That's big-time play right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Hunter Henry brings it in. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
The 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Charger drive about to get going. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's into the hands of Malcolm. And they'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. yards there, a first down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. Dangerous return man showing it here.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just run out going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Mixon with it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Burrow. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Ball carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow dancing to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back in the 9-yard line.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Here's Herbert. A scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A quick throw there out to Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Down man, it's complete. Williams. And he is
is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Antonio Gandy-Golden. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Chargers 17, Bengals 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Mixon. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They started on the ground with Eckler.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
Eckler,
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Allen's got it. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Right side, Henry's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their and they like what they say, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Herbert on the option. He's going to run with it. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 23. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st.
23-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
1st down. 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Eckler. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
He was brought down.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game,
They're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Drive about to get going. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coach would always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2 brings up second and 8 at the 25-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on second and 8. They'll go again with Kelly. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. Wilson against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On third down, Kelly. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this is it. intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Casey Hayward, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Chargers, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. So long, everybody.
Thank you.